Our clients were two women of color attorneys for East Bay Med. Saji Pierce worked for the general counsel's department for 18 years and had a very strong reputation that she built in that time. Ariel Bland was a newer lawyer who applied for a position that she was uniquely qualified for. And at the time she applied, she was passed over by the general counsel for another female attorney who was white, and Ariel Bland is African American. Saji Pierce is South Asian American. And when she saw that and saw that Ariel was really kind of made for this job description, but was passed over for this lesser qualified white attorney, she complained, and that sort of started the series of events that really are the case. So this case was originally filed by Pamela Price, who was a veteran civil rights lawyer doing employment law. A lot of her work involved that. And she brought me in when she was campaigning to be DA of Alameda County, and she won that race. And so I handled the case on my own for some time until it was clear we were headed to trial, and then I reached out to Bernard to try the case with me.
But I knew of Bobby because we know the same people. The plaintiff employment community in California, although it's a big state, it's a very tight-knit group. And when she first started the call, she said that she started the case with Pamela Pierce. And Pamela, there's a trial college that I created. I invited her to speak at that and had heard good things before I heard her speak, and then I heard her speak. And she knows what she's doing. She's fantastic.
It was a very fact-intensive case. We had, I believe, over 20 depositions. The trial itself had over 1,200 exhibits, numerous witnesses, but the way we, were able to largely prove the case was through the defense witnesses.
So in terms of giving the value, you're basically going to ask the jury for a huge amount of money because you have all this lost time that they didn't get from their job. And then on the other hand, you have the contrast of a new employee who was barely there at the company. Why is the jury going to want to give them a lot of money for the limited time that they were there? They aren't invested in the job. It should be easy for them to find a new job. So you have these two plaintiffs that are on two different ends of the spectrum. Bobby was being strong-armed by a magistrate that thought the case had no value. The defense strategy was to basically undermine the credibility of the plaintiffs. And the way that they did it was they took the long-term employee. They said that she manipulated the new employee and that she was orchestrating everything, and that the new employee, she didn't really have problems. She was really driven. It was this older employee that was just manipulating the process, and that's who she was. She was evil. And that was the plan throughout the case. They're lawyers. They know the evidence, they know the facts, and they have so much information. And you've got to condense years of information into a few hours. You've got to explain to the jury why it has the value. And you've got to get them to step into your client's shoes without telling them, step into the client's shoes. And I think that that's what I do well.
So what was the total verdict delivered to your client?
$7,990,000.